Warn weather alert day for Wednesday night and Thursday. I'll tell you how much snow to expect at 10.
Then spreading the love. A family spends their Valentine's Day helping those in need. Next at 10.
Do you struggle with occasional nerve aches in your hands or feet? Try Nervive Nerve Relief from the world's #1 selling nerve care company. Nervive contains alpha-lipoic acid to relieve occasional nerve aches, weakness, and discomfort. Try Nervive Nerve Relief.
Superstay Vinyl Ink from Maybelline, New York. Shake up your long wear with no budge vinyl nudes. Up to 16-hour formula. Defies transfer. Superstay Vinyl Ink from Maybelline, New York.
People remember ads with a catchy song. So to help you remember that Liberty Mutual customizes your home insurance, here's a little number you'll never forget.
Customize and save.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Colbert's got a new late show with Patrick Stewart tonight on CBS.
CBS next Tuesday.
A man was killed and a 14-year-old girl was taken.
I got busted last year for a huge sex trafficking rape.
FBI, stop! Circle around. This is our guy. Think hard about what you're doing.
The FBI's are all new. Next Tuesday on CBS and streaming on Paramount+.
Right now, a new advanced placement course will soon be taught in Madison. Why district leaders say it matches up with their school's mission.
Plus, police in Michigan searching for answers after last night's deadly shooting on the Michigan State campus.
And later, how a local teenager is sharing the gift of love on Valentine's Day by helping those down on hard times. That's all coming up right now at 10. Good evening. We will get to those stories in a bit, but first we are preparing for the potential of multiple inches of snow starting late tomorrow night.
The heaviest snow probably will be in the Madison area. Alert day has been declared. Let's check the first warn forecast with Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti. Gary?
Yeah, Eric, you come out here tonight and it's very mild. In fact, it's windy and we've had some rain off and on. But as we take a look at, first of all, at how much rain has fallen, generally it's been pretty light, under 1/4 of an inch. Those areas of darker green may have seen a little more than 1/4 of an inch up to a 1/2 inch. Heavier amounts are out toward La Crosse and into southeastern Minnesota. But you can see on high resolution radar, the more persistent areas of rain now are up toward the La Crosse area and lifting northward. Much of southern Wisconsin will just see a chance of showers tonight. 6-hour future track radar pretty much confirms that. Most of the rain lifting into central Wisconsin by early tomorrow morning. These are mild temperatures. Janesville right now, 52. Madison, 47. Mid-40s as far north as the Dells. Across Dane County, temperatures 51 in Edgerton. We've got, 51 in 48 in McFarland, 47 in Madison, 47 in Wanakee. And look for those temperatures to gradually drop back to about 41 by early tomorrow morning. It'll be windy and mild, just a chance for a shower. But we do have that alert day, that first warn weather alert day in the forecast from late tomorrow night through Thursday for 2 to 6 inches or more of snow. And that might actually have to go up. I've just been looking at the latest computer models, and we might have to shift that area where the heaviest snow may fall. But I'll have more details in just a couple of minutes.
Stay up to date on the weather on our First Warn weather app. It has hourly forecast, road conditions, and the latest radar. You can download it for free in your phone's app store. Just search WISC weather. A heavily debated AP course will soon be taught to several hundred students in Madison.
McKenna Alexander joins us now to share why district leaders feel the new AP African American Studies course aligns with the mission of the Madison School District. McKenna?
Yeah, right now high school students are in the process of finalizing next year's course load. And for some in the Madison Metropolitan School District, that includes an AP class on African American Studies. Come next fall, some MMSD students in 10th, 11th, and 12th grade will have the option to get college credit through the AP African American Studies course. The class, which can fill either a social studies or English credit, has been highly debated across the U.S., but is one that MMSD officials feel is important to include in high school curriculum.
I think that if you look at many curriculum from the past, it is definitely from more of a singular viewpoint. It is definitely more white-centered, and some of our curriculum has really been whitewashed, and we want to be really intentional about ensuring that we're giving students accurate information to make well-informed decisions, to make sure that they understand multiple perspectives, and that they understand representation of races and ethnicities that may not be their own.
Green stresses that any AP course is valuable and that it can provide college credit free of charge given a student scores a 3 or higher on the corresponding AP exam. But when it comes to the AP African American Studies course, Green says it's a class that can benefit any student, college credit or not.
The course is for any student of any race and any background, any ethnicity. I think understanding the real history and the truth about our history is critically important for all of our students, so I would say it's beneficial for all.
Right now, there are only 60 schools across the U.S. that offer this course, but come next year, there will be several hundred teaching the curriculum, including schools within MMSD, something Green says is a privilege.
And adding this course is just one more example of how we are trying to ensure that the curriculum that we have is culturally relevant, is diverse and representative of students and the histories.
Now, as of now, the course is only being offered to students at Vel Phillips Memorial High School and Madison East High School. However, that could expand depending on the interest in this pilot program.
McKenna, thank you. More details are emerging about the deadly shooting at Michigan State University last night that left 3 students dead, another 5 critically injured. The suspect, identified by police as 43-year-old Anthony Dwayne McCrae, died from a self-inflicted gunshot. Police say McCrae had no connection to the school but did have a criminal record. Court records show McCrae pleaded guilty to a misdemeanor firearm charge in 2019. He gave up his weapon as part of the plea deal and served probation until May of 2021. The focus for many remains on the victims and their families.
We're devastated at the loss of life, and we want to wrap our warm arms around every family that is touched by this tragedy.
Meanwhile, police in Ewing, New Jersey say they were notified that the MSU shooter had a note in his pocket indicating he may also have had plans to target public schools in their township, 10 hours away from the East Lansing campus. Ewing police said McCrae had not resided in that area for several years. Today marks the 5-year anniversary of the mass shooting at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida. The school held a moment of silence this morning in honor of the 17 people who lost their lives on that day back in 2018. The gunman who carried out the Parkland shooting is serving a life sentence without the possibility of parole.
School shootings still continue to be a topic of conversation, especially among parents wanting safety and security for their kids at school. Now, a local tech company is hoping to help with that. Single Wire Software has been in the critical event management and emergency mass notification market since 2009. They're launching a new software called Visitor Aware, which they say can better help protect students and staff. The tech uses IDs and facial recognition software to quickly check sexual predator databases, court orders, and FBI watch lists across all 50 states when someone tries to check into a school building.
That product is something that we had heard from our customers that they were interested in. It adds a level of safety and security for people coming into a facility so that you know that the people you're allowing into your facility are safe.
Company leaders say what makes Visitor Aware unique is its simplicity and ability to run without dedicated hardware. That means a school computer or iPad will work. They also say it is useful outside of the school market in places like long-term care facilities.
Child advocates calling on Congress to take action to protect kids online. Today, the Senate Judiciary Committee listened to their testimony as it considers the first legislation to regulate social media platforms in decades. Children face a variety of online dangers, including anxiety, depression, eating disorders, financial and sexual exploitation. There hasn't been any meaningful federal legislation to regulate the internet for 25 years before most of the platforms that kids use today even existed.
Like we do in the real world, we need to protect our kids in the virtual world.
Now, so far, only 5 states, California, Utah, Colorado, Virginia, and Connecticut, have passed internet privacy laws.
A man charged with hitting and killing a runner south of Oregon last year pleaded no contest today. Timothy Pritchett was arrested and later charged with hit and run involving death and homicide by negligent operation of a vehicle. The crash left 30-year-old Logan Geths dead. The hit and run charge was dismissed on a motion from prosecutors. A sentencing hearing for Pritchett is scheduled for May.
Officials with the city of Madison are crediting the Vision Zero initiative for making city streets safer. Speed limit reductions were placed on streets across the city to try to stop a concerning number of crashes. Well, here's a look at some of the numbers over the past 2 years. For crashes, the total numbers have gone down nearly 2,000 since 2019. Same goes with the number of fatalities and serious injuries, which declined by 17% in 2021 and by a further 13% last year. And while these numbers look promising, the mayor says there's still work to get done to make the city's streets even safer.
The work that the team is doing, I think, is really making a difference. And we're not to zero yet, but we are on our way. And I think that by continuing to do the work and by inviting our community to be part of creating a culture of safety, we can get to zero.
As for what's expected for Vision Zero, the city has a roughly 15-year-long action plan toward making safer streets in Madison.
We're 1 week away from the spring primary election, and today Madison City Clerk said about 12,000 ballots have already been cast. If you are still trying to submit your ballot ahead of Election Day, there are dozens of places to do that. That includes any in-person absentee voting locations. If you have any disabilities that would prevent you from going there, you can have someone else drop off your ballot. And of course, you can wait until Election Day on February 21st at your polling place, starting at 7 a.m. And on the ballot, a primary election for state Supreme Court, a race that is garnering national attention. See why in a News 3 Now special report Thursday evening at 6:30.
Since Valentine's Day is focused on acts of romance and love, it's easy to forget that your community always deserves a little love too. But one Madison teenager never forgot and set out to make sure everyone felt cared for today. Our Armand Rahman has more. Armand?
Eric and Charlotte, Audrey Brunke started Happy Feet of Madison last January and has since collected more than 9,000 pairs of socks, which local organizations have distributed to more than 1,000 people experiencing homelessness. But she decided to give back even more love on Valentine's Day. While the aisles were filled with people getting flowers and chocolates for their significant others,
it's the season of love, and love extends to helping people.
One family filled carts with groceries for strangers on Valentine's Day.
Here you go.
And it all started with one 13-year-old girl who's no stranger to lending a helping hand.
This is where I live, and I want the people here to be, happy and, feel comfortable.
Last year, Audrey started Happy Feet of Madison, collecting socks for those experiencing homelessness.
It's really cool that my sister could actually build something from the ground up at 11, 12, 13.
Audrey and her dad normally pick up socks every Monday, but her whole family felt the love Tuesday.
Not everybody has someone to give them that little bit of extra love on a special day.
Did you get the mac and cheese? Oh yeah, you have it.
Through the Facebook group Dane County Neighbors Helping Neighbors, Audrey's mom got a list of what some people needed.
Mainly groceries and pizza. There was one lady who had a kid, and so she asked for just diapers and stuff, baby wipes.
It's really important to us that we instill the giving values to the kids. And it was so special for it to land on Valentine's Day. So warm fuzzies.
They then delivered across Madison to people living in apartments.
Thank you so much.
And even people living out of their cars, who were grateful not just for the help, but what Audrey gave to their heart.
The knowledge that someone cares about them. There's not a lot of people that are willing to help. Knowing that someone can and wants to just makes someone feel good.
And you can always donate socks to Happy Feet by dropping them off at the Middleton or Verona fire departments.
Armand, thank you. And after the break, Gary has the latest on that alert day that could potentially bring multiple inches of snow yet this week.
Also, love is in the air at a senior living center in Madison. How some couples there are showing their love.
At Stanton Optical, independent eye doctors are available for eye exams whenever you need one. You should have seen me before I got mine. You're so quiet. Are you mad at me? Book your free same-day eye exam at Stanton Optical today.
As a veteran of our country's armed services, you have already made the ultimate sacrifice. Why should you have to continue to do that? Through no fault of your own, you may be experiencing hardships, such as the inability to pay rent, utilities, or receive other life-sustaining services. And once again, you're called upon by your family to serve and protect. We want you to know we are here to support you. The Veterans Rental Assistance Program was created by and for people living in Wisconsin, with benefit approvals being issued to veterans in just days, not months. It's not easy to ask for a hand up, but we are clear in our mission. No Wisconsin veteran should ever have to face homelessness or lose heat, power, or water again. 833-WIS-VRAP. That's 833-947-8727.
It's Auto Show. The deals start now, and so should you. Get started on your next Ford truck. Like a next generation pickup. Get here for a deal on F-Series, America's best-selling trucks, 46 years straight. It's Auto Show. The deals start now, and so should you. During Auto Show, choose Flex Buy on F-150 with 2.9% APR financing for 66 months, plus 1,000 credit cash and 1,000 Auto Show cash.
Oh, the weather. What's the chance of rain tomorrow?
Ooh, 80%. I make it rain. I make it rain.
Speaking of making it rain, at Ho Chunk Gaming Madison, we have an average 95% payout, which leads you to more chances of playing longer and more chances to win big. Play longer, win more, chances are you're gonna like it.
Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. Stanton Optical is the best value in eye care. We did the math, people. For $79, you get all this. That costs over $400 at LensCrafters, over $200 at Walmart, and over $150 at America's Best. When it comes to value, Stanton Optical is the top bird.
Scams are everywhere, but our Call for Action team is here to help. We'll show you how Wisconsin experts say you can protect yourself from some of the most common scams. Call for Action, Thursday on News 3 Now at 10.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Welcome back. If you are looking for something new and sweet for future Valentine's Days, perhaps consider a visit to a museum in Switzerland featuring everything chocolate. Check this out. The museum entrance features the largest chocolate fountain in the world, about 30 feet tall, circulating more than 3,300 pounds of chocolate. There are also opportunities to sample spoonfuls of liquid white, dark, and milk chocolate, and an all-you-can-grab truffle room. Other areas feature a crash course in chocolate history.
The museum covers the 5,000-year-old history of chocolate. That's, of course, a very long time. Some highlights are, of course, you learn why Switzerland is a chocolate country. You can taste a lot of chocolate, and you can also see chocolate in the making.
The museum also has a lab where visitors can make their own chocolate bars.
Valentine's Day is all about the love, and a group of 5 couples at senior living campus Vista West renewed their wedding vows this afternoon, reaffirming their commitment of until death do us part on Cupid's special day.
Photojournalist Lance Height shows us how the love is just as strong today for these couples as it was when they first wed.
I will receive you, Rose, as my wife.
It's just really special to do this repetition of our vows.
We've been together since we were 17 and born the same day in the same town. And we're just so much a part of each other.
I promise to love, honor, and cherish you, no matter what lies before us.
I vow to pass on this heartfelt vow. Life with Phyllis is wow, wow, wow.
I have been blessed for the last 64 years, and I'm thrilled that I get to spend the rest of my life with you. I love you.
So the first 25, it seems like when you're starting a family and doing things,
It wasn't difficult, it's just that it dragged a little bit. But then the minute you get to be grandparents, goes like wildfire.
Just have to be kind to each other. I think it's a cliche to say soulmates, but we are.
You know, as we get older and things are more difficult physically for us, actually I'm finding that our connection is stronger than it ever was.
Again, we want to thank photojournalist Lance Height for that beautiful story.